Welcome to the lesson Reflexive and Emphatic Pronouns. After completing this lesson, you will be able to define reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Identify reflexive and emphatic pronouns in given sentences. One day, Kea was visiting her aunt. On the way, she noticed Aisha standing outside her house and looking worried. So Kea asked Aisha about her problem. Aisha had locked the door accidentally and didn't have the key. She used the term myself during the conversation. Kea was confused. She wondered why Aisha used that word. So Aisha decided to teach her about reflexive and emphatic pronouns. What is a reflexive pronoun? A reflexive pronoun refers back to the subject of the sentence. It can also be used to give more emphasis to the subject or the object. A reflexive pronoun is formed by adding self or selves to the personal pronouns. When self is added to pronouns my, your, him, her, it, and selves to pronouns are, your, them, we get compound personal pronouns. Compound personal pronouns are also known as reflexive pronouns. Consider this example. I locked myself out of the house. In this sentence, myself is the reflexive pronoun for the subject I. Reflexive pronouns form the subject as well as the indirect object of the verb. Let's take a closer look at this sentence to understand reflexive pronouns. I locked myself out of the house. I is the subject of this sentence. I locked somebody out. Whom did I lock out? The answer is I. I is also the object of this sentence. So, we use the reflexive pronoun myself to refer to the subject I. Reflexive pronouns can be used in the following ways. When the action done by the subject is reflected back upon the subject. For example, the boy washed himself. The subject boy performs the act of washing his own body. So the action is reflected back upon the subject. When the subject or object of the verb are the same person or thing. For example, Jim bought himself a shirt. Jim is the subject of the verb, but he is also the object of the verb. They are used after verbs with prepositions to clarify which person or thing we are talking about. Reflexive pronouns are not used if this is already clear. For example, she was sitting by herself. The reflexive pronoun herself is used after sitting by. This is to clarify that the girl was sitting alone and not with anybody else. Let us take a look at the table of reflexive and emphatic pronouns. You will notice that the form of reflexive and the emphatic pronoun is the same. But emphatic pronouns are different from reflexive pronouns. So, what is an emphatic pronoun? An emphatic pronoun is a pronoun that is used for putting emphasis on the subject or object of a sentence. Take a look at this sentence. We saw the king himself. The word himself emphasizes the noun king. Therefore, himself is the emphatic pronoun for the object king. There is an easy way to identify emphatic pronouns. A sentence will make complete sense even without an emphatic pronoun. Look at this sentence. I myself will take the car. The emphatic pronoun myself emphasizes the subject I. If we remove the emphatic pronoun myself, then the new sentence will be I will take the car. The sentence still makes complete sense. Although the form of reflexive and emphatic pronouns is the same, there is a difference between these pronouns. Reflexive pronouns form the subject as well as the indirect object of the verb, whereas emphatic pronouns simply emphasize on the noun. Take a look at these sentences. In the first sentence, myself is used as a reflexive pronoun. It is both the subject and the object. In the second sentence, myself is used as an emphatic pronoun. It emphasizes on the subject I. Let us look at some more examples. Kia has understood the usage of reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Let us recap the points for her so that she can share the learning with Aisha's grandma. Reflexive pronouns are used when the action done by the subject is reflected back upon the subject. Reflexive pronouns are used when the subject or the object of the verb are the same person or the same thing. Reflexive pronouns are sometimes used for emphasis. Reflexive pronouns are used after verbs with prepositions to clarify the person or thing being talked about. Emphatic pronouns are used to emphasize the subject or object in a sentence. If the emphatic pronoun is removed from the sentence will still carry meaning. The form of reflexive and emphatic pronoun is the same.